Well, the Gym Strap brand and the way you've cultivated your personality is pretty amazing. And at the end of the day, you are really known for just giving tools away and testing stuff. On that note, what about mobile phone applications for recruiting? Any thoughts?
Oh, yeah. I like, it's a good friend of mine. If you're on Twitter, Michael Marlett, MichaelMarlatt, Michael Marlett, at Michael Marlett on Twitter. He is really branding himself as the mobile recruiter. He tests out a lot of cell phones, a lot of iPhone apps, a lot of BlackBerry apps, because he is really deep into it. He sort of opened my eyes up to how big it can be. And one thing he told me that makes a lot of sense is that people walk away from their laptops. They turn off their computers, but they always have their phone with them. You know, and if you can get someone, if you can capture their attention and keep it on a mobile, you got them.
So you can technically get them while they're in the toilet.
Definitely.
Which is great, isn't it? You know,
yes,
if you're,
I don't care what they're doing, as long as I got them.
And I don't want to lower the tone of the podcast here, but you know, let's just say, imagine you're going for a number 2, and you are going there, and usually you'll take a newspaper, and maybe you can draw that whole process out to 40 minutes, 45. You can recruit. You can recruit on the toilet. You could, right?
Which is why I have an iPhone app. If you go to the iTunes, you can download the Searchologist iPhone app, and you can watch me on your toilet.
So the next time, guys, if you like what you're hearing from Jim, you can download his application and keep him there with you in the toilet. So, but you know, quite frankly, no one can switch off from recruitment in that case. Or you know, once it's on your phone, it's in your bed, it's in the toilet.
Yes.
Digital overload, no.
Part of the family, you know. Yeah, you got them. That's the other one. I just want to have you. I just want to have you in my hands, mold you, keep you.
Okay, so now we want to get to know you a little bit more. You know, we want to know about really who is this guy behind Jim Stroud. So let's start with favorite color.
Black. Mysterious. Deep. Longing.
Dirty.
Sometimes.
Okay. And favorite holiday destination? Where do you go and relax?
Oh, wow. I take the family out to the beach, Lake Lanier, which is not too far from where I live.
Ooh.
And I like that. But I tell you what, if I were a younger man, I would be living in London. I so love the vibe here. Oh, my gosh. The creative muse is singing in my heart. And I just want to write poetry. I want to dance in the streets. You know, I see
Charles Dickens style, is it all coming? You're getting inspired here?
Oh, yeah, I feel it. It's like, you know, I feel it right here.
And also, Jim's a really big Bonds fan as well.
Yes, one of my life's ambitions, as you know.
He's sitting up.
One of my life's ambitions is to go everywhere James Bond has been.
Has James Bond been to Singapore?
You know, I don't think so, but that's where I need to go. Because he may have a secret mission there. He had a secret mission there that no one knows about. So I have to go there because he's been there.
Well, you're welcome anytime. And, what are you reading at the moment?
I'm reading a book called Free by Chris Anderson. And it talks a lot about how to build up an audience with free material and then making your money on premium products underneath. Basically, in a sense, you give out enough stuff for free and you build up a big audience, and then the people who really gravitate towards your work, they'll buy your higher end stuff, which I have known to be true. Yeah. So he's preaching my gospel. Fantastic.
So it could have been a book that you wrote, or you may write in the future, who knows. Yeah. And what's on your iPod at the moment?
On my iPod, let's see, I have a interview with David Tennant. He was on a website called Boing Boing, so talking about his departure from Doctor Who. I'm a huge Who fan. Huge Who fan. I'm going to go over, actually when I leave here, I'm going to go over to, someone said Forbidden Planet, where I'll just be captivated by all the Who memorabilia there, so I'm anxious to see that.
What about music?
Yes. In addition to a ton of podcasts, 'cause I listen to mostly podcasts, I have...
on the toilet?
I have some choice clips from, the Ministry of Sound, the Posies, Lenny Kravitz, Alicia Keys. I'm going to download soon the new Sade album that's coming out. You know, love her. If she's watching, Sade, love you, mean it. Call me. I am your sweetest taboo.
I would if I was her. Biggest achievement?
Biggest achievement, I think, would be being interviewed by you. Few things really top this moment for me. Yeah. As I stand here, as I talk to you, as I look into your eyes, I feel the vibe, the whole London, I'm captivated. It's just,
If the viewers could kind of be here, they'd feel there's a lot of chemistry here. Earlier on, Jim gave me some chocolate, Reese peanut butter cups. I exchanged and gave him some camel milk chocolates,
Yes, we call it foreplay in the States.
Oh, really? We just call that gift exchange. But the Brits, we're very stiff upper lips and all of that.
Cultural exchange, semantics, different wordplay, that's all.
Okay, if you had a choice to freeze to death, burn to death, or be eaten by a shark, what would you choose?
None of the above.
You have to. You've got to go with one of them. Come on.
Okay, freeze, burn. I think I would go with freeze because I could go to sleep and just sort of, dream about this interview and other things.
Yeah, you're not going for that big sensationalist, eaten by a shark, capture it on video, tweet it around.
No, the shark thing doesn't do it for me. And the heat, no. The cold. Yeah.
And if you were president for the day, what would you do?
I would say I would declare a no tax day. Give everybody a break. No taxes at all on this particular day. Spend.
So can't the Americans just go to Middle East, no tax? Or I think I think there's that double taxation treaty. I don't know. I think the Americans unfortunately do have to still pay tax even if they leave the US. How do you feel about that?
Not too good.
Well, I think that's true for Singapore certainly. But what about? Let's go. If you had a superpower for the day, what would it be?
Would it be dirty to say X-ray vision?
Okay, that could become they're doing that in Heathrow Airport,
Are they?
Yeah, just a machine.
Oh.
But you want it here so you can kind of see.
Yes, I want to hear for other reasons.
This is a family show, Jim. Maybe it's because you're a searchologist and you're searching,
Yes, I'm searching
for metal keys, lost keys.
Actually, you know what I would like? I would like the power to teleport.
Ooh, and where would you go?
I would go everywhere James Bond has been.
So you'd go backwards in time, or you'd go place to place?
If I was with Doctor Who in the TARDIS and I went back in time, the one person I would love to meet would be Josephine Baker. Okay. Do you know Josephine Baker?
No, but I'm going to have a face that says, yeah, I know.
Okay. Josephine Baker is a fascinating personality. She started off as somewhat of a burlesque dancer. Then she grew into a world-class entertainer, became one of the richest women in the world. She was a spy for the World War II resistance. She lost all her money because she could not have children because the Nazis attacked her. So she adopted as many children as she could till she just basically went bankrupt. Lost all her money, then staged a comeback and got it all back.
Oh,
and this is someone I said, that's a life story. That's someone I want to meet.
Yeah. Well, I like it. And sum up yourself in 3 words.
Shy, quiet, and loyal.
So, am I to say, shy and quiet? Yeah, I can definitely see that. Loyal, is that true, or are we going with opposites here?
No, very true. Once someone's an established friend of mine, established friend.
Like a puppy dog?
A bit more close than that, but yeah, something like that.
And what about your thoughts on using social media, digital media for education and learning, in our schools or in corporate training, that kind of thing?
Yeah. A huge proponent of that. I know that, for example, there are a lot of schools using iPods to teach English in multiple languages. I have a company that I've done some work for, and I help them with their social media, and that's something that they're looking into, and there's a lot of case studies around that. Because a lot of students, you got to go where the students are. The students are listening to the iPods, go where they are. Yeah. It only makes sense.
So good teaching tool, you think, as we move forward with technology within the education sector. And because, Redmos is pioneering or trying to experiment with some of this for education for the recruiting sector. So it's interesting since you use a lot of these tools yourself, I just wonder from a teaching perspective, do you think it's going to work?
Yes, I do. I think it's definitely the way to go. Definitely the way to go. Yeah, I've heard case studies where people have gotten their degrees or at least prepared for degrees based on podcasts of lectures from different colleges. Yeah. So it's definitely the way to go. Yeah.
And finally, just want your thoughts on the iPads. Somehow, can you connect it to the recruitment industry? What?
I think the iPad may save the newspaper industry. And there's a lot of buzz around that, some naysayers, but I think it would. If I can hold a pad in my hand and just sort of scroll through the Wall Street Journal or what have you, that's a great thing. Now, once I can do that and I can read comic books on there, I will have to have it. It'll be an indispensable tool. I will have to have it.
And actually, that's quite useful because I get really annoyed with the big tabloids that you got to fold, and I was on the plane and it was.
And the most optimal use for this, I can take it with me in the loo. What more could any man want? You have a good dinner, you pull your iPad under your arm, you go to sit on the throne, dispatch justice to the peasants, and you're having your iPad there, paper. That's all you need.
And also with the iPad, like for instance, if I was to download your application, like your face would be more life size.
Yes.
Than the iPhone. So it would be almost like you're in the toilet.
Or the bathtub.
Or the bathtub, or the bed, or wherever it is that you want to take the Jim Stroud application with.
That's a nice. I didn't think about that.
Like a life size face.
That might be a whole new industry for me. I'll have to consider that.
So nobody can get lonely, really, when you're talking about life-size sort of faces and all of that,
You could press a button, I would say, I love you.
We could program you to say a heap of things. Yeah.
I could do that.
A new avenue. Jim, thank you for sitting on the hot seat.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. I want to shout out to Marie Journey, who's out there.
I had her on here. Oh, she's amazing.
Oh, she is.
She's a bundle of laughs, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and blowing kisses to my wife, who's probably disowning me at this point if she's watching this.
And why would she do that?
I don't know. She's saying, you better stay in London. With Miss Redmos, you stay there with her.
And can we have a shout out for Redmos as well?
Redmos, one love from the searchologists.
And thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, woo.